The Arizona Department of Health Services Bureau of Special Licensing uses a software program called OTIS, the Virtual Patient, made by InnoForce as an audiometric testing simulator for the simulated audiometry practical tests of proficiency for fitting and dispensing hearing aids in Arizona. When you sit down at one of the laptops for this test, an administrator will launch your test. You'll sign in by typing your name, and you'll get a splash screen about your client telling you which ear they hear better in. After that, you'll be in the main testing window and view that you see now. Now I'm going to show you the functions and layout of the software environment so you'll know how to operate the simulator. The OTIS audiometric simulator functions just like standard audiometers. There are four main areas: the transducer selector, the audiogram graph, the audiometer control panel down the lower section, and the transducer function and patient response indicators over here on the right for the right and over here on the right for the left. The response indicators are here below the graph. You select the type of output transducer by clicking with your mouse on the head picture and then clicking on the picture of the transducer you want. Notice that the picture on the head changes accordingly. The only transducer options that you may use for this test are the super-oral earphones and the bone conduction oscillator. You do not use the insert earphones because this test is designed with the super-oral inter-oral attenuation factors in mind. To put masking on, you'll click on the head and to open the transducer options, and then click on the super-oral earphones in the picture on the non-test ear, masking non-test ear row. To turn the transducer off, click on the head picture and then clicking on the box with the big red X, and you notice that the picture changes accordingly. Notice that on the side being masked on the picture, there's an M. Now, the audiogram graph is where your testing cursor navigates. You'll use the down and up arrow keys to change the loudness of your test tone, and the right and left arrow keys to change the frequency. Pressing the space bar presents your test tone to the patient. Below the graph is the patient response indicators for the left side and for the right side. When your patient hears what you're presenting, the bar will light up red on the side that they hear the tone in. You can change the test ear by pressing the R or the L keys on the keyboard, or by using your mouse and clicking on the right and left buttons in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. And you notice that the head picture changes and the symbol changes on the audio graph. On each side of the audio graph are selection indicators for the right and for the left channels. Your active transducer selection shows as a yellow lit bar under air conduction, bone conduction, or masking type indicator. The yellow bar shows you which type of transducer you currently have active on that side. Your symbols on the graph will change accordingly. Now, presenting the tone with the space bar will light up green next to the yellow bar on your indicator. The green indicator means that the selection is now actually playing in the client's ear. You can change your stimulation type in the lower left-hand corner by clicking for continuous tone, where it will play as long as you press the space bar, 1 pulse per second or 2 pulses per second. Which one you choose is totally up to you. Notice that there is no green bar lit next to the yellow masking indicator. So even though I'm presenting the tone in the test to you, in order to turn the masking noise on, that means you have masking selected, but in order to turn the masking noise on, you have to use the lock key. Click on this button in order to play the masking noise on that side. You turn the masking noise off by clicking on the lock key again, and the green indicator will go away also. You adjust the masking level by using the blue arrow keys on the mask side. Now, while you'll be recording your thresholds on the audiogram paper, you can also save your findings in OTIS. After you find the threshold, use your mouse to click on the Save button in the lower center of the control panel. The Save button will give you options to save as heard in the test here, not heard, or in masking cases cannot be properly masked. Once you click Save, click a Save option, your symbols will change from gray to color on the audiograph, and they will change according to the selection you pick. So not heard will have the arrow on the symbol, and heard will just be the standard symbol. You notice that your masking level indicator also changes color on the audiograph. You can change your saving by navigating your audiogram symbol and simply resaving the threshold. Ultimately, you do not have to concern yourself with saving your work in OTIS because you will only be scored according to your markings on your test paper audiogram. So we recommend that you record your thresholds on your paper as you go. If you find that you do need masking, do not erase your unmasked threshold symbols on your paper. Just simply mark the masked threshold that you find. Ultimately, your score is based on how accurately your marks match the audiogram profile programmed for the patient in OTIS. So let's recap. You use the up and down arrow keys to change frequency and loudness. Left and right arrow keys to change frequency and loudness. Spacebar is your presentation for the test here. You have to use the lock key for the non-test here in order to make the masking noise play, and use your mouse to change the masking level on that side. You can change test side by right and left buttons, R and L keys on the keyboard, and changing your transducer options are done by clicking on the head and clicking on the picture that you want, either X for turning off the masking, or switching between super-oral earphone or bone conduction. If you do have further questions, feel free to email us at special.licensing@azdhs.gov. Again, that's special.licensing@azdhs.gov. Thank you.